In this video, we're going to cover 4 bosses in SpikerMan X and their strategies. The first boss we will cover is Nova, who is the first stage in the level select menu. Before we begin, in each stage there are boss cards that reveal information on the boss and the boss's weakness to help make the fights much easier. Nova can shoot many projectiles, including regular missiles, homing missiles, and bouncing spikes. He is considered the easiest boss in my opinion, and you shouldn't have much trouble defeating him. Your slash mechanics can slice his projectiles, and the wheel shield can protect you from all his projectiles. Next is Chromanu. Chromanu is the largest of the 8 bosses, and you will want to make use of climbing the walls, as he can charge at you. And when he hits the wall, it will create 2 yellow electric orbs that you will need to avoid. He can also shoot a large drill, and he can use his drill arm to drill into the ground and create rocks that arc. There is a safe zone under the arc, but he might charge right afterwards, so keep that in mind. There are a few strategies to use here. First, note that there is a difference between shooting him and shooting his armor. Most attacks will not work on the armor, so you'll need to aim for him, as he is exposed in the head area of the mech. You can jump over him if your timing is right with a charge shot jump or a spin slash. You can also drill dash through him to take no damage. Chromanu's weakness is the spike bouncer, but there is a difference between using it on him or his mech. If you use the normal shot on his mech, it will not work. However, if you charge the spike bouncer and use it on him, he will take damage. But what's more is if you use the charged spike bouncer on his mech, and specifically the mech will explode and he will fall out of it. Chromanu will then run back and forth through the stage and be completely helpless. Next, we will talk about Mask. Mask has a few abilities that make her tricky. She can shoot purple orbs at you that cannot be destroyed. She can create clones of herself that will either run or jump. She can also turn invisible. When she turns invisible and walks, because of the level, you can see a trail of gems that appear, and that is a clue of where she is hiding. When her health gets low, however, she will make a clone that dashes left and right, and that will throw off the trail. Mask is weak to the ice flower, and it can be used to destroy her clones. If you charge the ice flower and fire it above her, it will create several flowers, and she is bound to run into one or more if she is invisible. Next is Vorta. Vorta has a few attacks including missiles, grenades, energy orbs, and he will shoot with his gun when his health is low. His favorite attack is multiple grenades, so you will want to make use of climbing the walls. His other favorite move is his shield. He's one of the only bosses that use a shield, and you cannot hurt him while the shield is up. It doesn't last very long, but it can still make him a tricky opponent. Vorta is weak to the invisible cloak, but when I say weak, that may not be accurate. When you use the invisible cloak, he will drop his guard entirely. If he had a shield up, he will remove the shield and will look around the room in confusion as he can no longer see you. He is not weak to the cloak by itself, but in this state of looking around, he is now vulnerable for other attacks like the slashing mechanics or your regular shots. What you can do, however, is use the invisible cloak to make him confused, and then charge the invisible cloak and use the colorful phantoms to damage him while he looks around. If you do this right, you can defeat him very quickly. That's all for part 1, and in part 2, we will cover the remaining 4 bosses. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing or leaving a like, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. The game is available now, and the links are in the description. I hope you enjoy the game.